My family and I became unwell due to mould in 2022. I believe this was due to the installation of a PIV unit into a contaminated loft space, which distributed that contamination down into our living environment. Sadly, at the time we had a young baby and she became very, very unwell. It would take 10 long, hard and torturous months before we would realise that mould was the cause of our issues. Our daughter had some blood tests taken and they returned showing that she had Alternaria within her bloodstream. We suspected the unit, we had a specialist come in and we had it swabbed and air samples taken also. The results came back that we were in a dangerous living situation and that we needed to vacate the property for remediation works. The roof was removed, being the main source of damp and contamination within our home, and replaced, and other issues with the fabrics of the building were addressed. That then followed 2 applications of a fogging system on 2 separate occasions, and we were told it was now safe for us to return home to our property. Within the time that we were out the house, the first week, we noticed improvement straight away. Within 4 weeks, our baby daughter's hair had returned and was growing back in, and the rest of the weeks that followed, her skin would also clear. We returned to the home, being told it was safe to do so. We felt thankful and optimistic for the future and wanted to put the horrific year that we just experienced behind us. Unfortunately, within 1 week of being back in the house, the children came out in white and bloody patches within their mouths, and our daughter's skin began to flare. We would have some more blood tests taken 2 months later, and these would show cladosporium within our daughter's bloodstream. We reached out to a private health practitioner and she said it was evident that the mould within our home had not been fully dealt with, and that if we tried to heal and supplement without first addressing the issues within our house, it would be futile for us. She recommended to us Jeff from Building Forensics, and she said that he had a reputation of being the best. We reached out to Jeff. He was very compassionate. He was very sad to hear our story, to see the pictures that we had to show him, and he wanted to get to us as quickly as he could for the sake of the children especially. Jeff came in. He was a very compassionate guy. He was very knowledgeable, very thorough in his testing throughout. No question was too difficult for him to answer. We felt heard, and it was the first time in a long time. Respiratory issues still remaining, unfortunately. Sorry. Yes, so our results came back and Jeff said we were in a dangerous situation still, and actually more dangerous than we had been in previously, because we were now dealing with a lot of dead mould, which the World Health Organization say may be up to 40 times more dangerous than living mould. Jeff recommended that we move out again, and we did, and our daughter went from this just before we moved out to this in just 11 days, and within 4 weeks we had a happy toddler running around, and I can't tell you how happy that makes me and how happy I am that our health practitioner recommended Jeff to us, and therefore I will recommend Jeff to everyone that needs him, and I'm recommending him to you. We don't know what remediation within our home will look like for us yet, but when the time comes, I know that Jeff is the only man for the job. I know that he will leave no stone unturned in getting that house to a standard that it needs to be for us to return and heal and live a healthy life. I am sure that Jeff would help anyone that reaches out to him, from hearing his own stories, and I know that this is something that's so passionate, so close to his heart. He not only cares about the job he does, but the people he does it for, and yeah, just really happy, just real happy to have some quality of life back. I could touch a bit on the symptoms that we've experienced, if that would be helpful for anyone else. They vary greatly. There was quite a few of us in the house. So for myself, it was a lot of brain fog, extreme fatigue, light sensitivity, amongst other things. Had some rashes and things too, respiratory now. With the children, there was the development of severe asthma, respiratory issues, nosebleeds, recurrent daily nosebleeds, nighttime nosebleeds. There was headaches, tummy aches, IBS for my husband and my 5-year-old, food sensitivities. Our baby daughter, very sadly, due to mast cell activation, has gone on to develop several severe life-threatening allergies to foods. And there was inflammation. Our eldest daughter experienced a lot of dizziness, heart palpitations, swollen fingers and legs. Another peculiar symptom between our baby daughter and my eldest daughter was very blue feet, blue hands. That made us panic at one point that there was a sepsis issue, but there wasn't. Circulation perhaps, I don't know, inflammation. Other things, sore and bleeding scabs up our noses, very painful even just to touch. They cleared up within 1 week of being out of the house, thankfully. Other symptoms, the brain fog, memory loss was a big one. Obviously the coughing, respiratory, I've covered that. My husband gained an excessive amount of weight. I found that Elizabeth, my daughter, and I actually lost quite a bit of weight the first time round, and then the second time round I returned to the home, I gained a couple stone within that period of time that I did go back in. So whether it was, I can't really answer that. I can't answer the difference between the first time and the second time for me. Stabbing pains, headaches and the nausea. There's many other things. There's so many different symptoms amongst us all, and the rashes, but a lot have cleared up since we've been out, which is great. Respiratory tends to have hung around for us all, unfortunately. I'm hoping in time that can clear too. I had no idea about mould prior to this experience. I had no idea it could do this to people. It's really scary. It's really sad what we've been through, and I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. And I think if you are beginning to experiencing these symptoms and you've got no explanation for it, then get someone in, get Jeff in, have your home tested, have them come and do some swabs, do some air tests, and hopefully, if that doesn't show anything for you, but if it does, then that could greatly help you in healing and moving forward. I really believe the first time round when we were in that home that our daughter was just deteriorating before our eyes, and she went from being able to say words to saying nothing at all. She was lethargic and constantly just wanting to be held, and it got to such a scary point for us, and we felt very alone. It's not something that the medical profession are very skilled or knowledgeable in, and so if you do want to work towards healing, if you want to perhaps reach out to Jeff, I know that he has contacts and experience of people that could help. I know that's what we'll be doing moving forward. Right now we're just trying to get our lives a little settled, and yeah, so I recommend Jeff. I hope that this has been helpful to you, and yeah, thank you.